Your About Me page or your social media bio is the number one thing people see to show if they're going to continue to support you or leave and never come back. So what can you do to really nail this thing down so that you have an About Me page that people love and they continue to support you for years to come? What up, writers, and welcome back to my channel where I teach you to embrace your well-being and evoke writing. And this is the last one. Well, I might even do a Facebook, how to write on Facebook potentially, but this is the last one for our series that I did for non-writers, how to write on any platform. And I kind of did it backwards a little bit because the About Me page is the first thing you need to start with. And I should have kind of started with this, but this is how you start your content. This is how, it doesn't matter what content platform you're on, people need to get the hook. They need to get that start of who you are, know who you are, and kind of get that vision of what they're going to expect in the future. So the About Me page is crucial. Because it would suck if someone read your About Me page and they got a good idea of what you were like, and then they took all this time to just read all your stuff and get through all your stuff, and then they wasted their own time. Time is finite. You need to serve their time well, and you need to know, they need to know immediately if your stuff is for them or not. So the first tip is, well, this is kind of a bit of like a do-don't kind of thing, is don't write in third person. This is something that a lot of bloggers / writers think is like gonna put them on this pedestal, make them look as like an authority figure, but that's not going to make you look authentic. It's not going to make you genuine, and it's going to kind of divide you from your community. Because people need to get a general idea of who you are. And if you're writing in third person, you're acting like you're this pedestal and saying, like, for example, oh, Lucci was a writer who has done this and this and this. That just makes you look really, really inauthentic, and it just makes you feel like you're important and like you're not really here to really connect with people. You need to just talk in a first person point of view so that it sounds more personal, it sounds more of a story, and it helps to connect with your people, because the most important thing is connection. Because, like, of course, like you're never really gonna like have them face to face, talk to them face to face. So you need to really put yourself out there enough to really take that extra step to connect who you are with your readers so that you're more authentic and people can trust you. The next step is to have a mission statement. A mission statement is your why. It's your kind of your idea of the finish line, what you want to achieve, just in one sentence. My mission statement is embrace your well-being and evoke writing. And what that basically means is to embrace every aspect of who you are and to evoke that in your writing, in every piece of your writing, so that you're authentic, you connect with people, and you really show that you're not afraid to be yourself. And the best way to really make a mission statement is to start out with something very global that you want kind of the whole world to follow, and then the second part highlights your writing, highlights your content. So for example, when I said embrace your well-being, I believe that everyone should truly embrace who they are. And the second part highlights your stuff, evoke writing. I teach people how to write and how to evoke who they are through their writing. So think about something in your life that's happened in your life that you've struggled with. Maybe someone told you wouldn't be this, you wouldn't do this, you wouldn't be this, kind of thing. And then you use that to kind of say, okay, I don't want anyone to go through what I've gone through. And then the second part is something you're passionate about, something that you can really write about forever. And then that can be the second part that highlights your writing and your About Me page. And the mission statement can be like kind of at the top, depending on your social media. And then your mission statement can kind of just, as for like if you have like a blog, you can put the mission statement throughout your blog on the About Me, so that it kind of just, you keep intentionally stressing that mission statement so that people understand who you are. It's always important to mention things constantly. Don't be afraid to repeat yourself on your writing and your stuff, because that helps to develop an authority, it helps to develop that you're serious about this, and it helps people to know that you're authentic because you're constantly sticking with what you say and who you are. And the next thing is the hook. How are you going to keep people reading, keep them like reading the About Me page or on your social media, keep them connected and keep them in your page and keep them supporting? The best way to do this is through a story. Maybe the story won't work for social media since you got limited space, but for the About Me page on a blog or something, you need a story. You need a very intentional story that something happened in your life that got you to where you are. And there's actually kind of like a 3-reason thing. It's the why are you doing this? What is that heartbeat? It's like your mission. It's kind of like your mission. Why are you doing this? How do you do it? Like, how do you put this out there and help people? And what's the third one? The way you do it. Like, how you do it, why you do it, and what you do. There we go, I got it. What you do. So what are you doing? Like, what are you doing when you're writing your stuff, and what is being done? How do you do it, and why do you do it? And those 3 things helps people to understand what you're about and who you are, and of course have that story. People just, some reason, they resonate with the narratives, and your narrative has to connect to why you're doing your stuff. It has to kind of sculpt why you do your stuff. For example, if you've struggled with something really big in your life, you could talk about that in your blog. You could talk about that in your About Me page. And then you could say, I've been through this, but I've used it to help me to turn into this other thing. Kind of like the ugly duckling. Make your story kind of almost another version of the ugly duckling. The next thing is, like, what are you going to give people? Like, what is it in this About Me page that people are going to get? It has to transform them. After they read this blog, it has to transform them in some way, and it has to kind of show them, okay, like, this About Me page made me want to support this person more and really believe in their mission and believe in their thing and kind of join their community and support them. You have to think about, how am I going to give back to people? It's not about you. It's not. It's about how you are going to impact people's lives. How are you going to help people? Because there could literally be 10 different people that all do the same thing. They all write about the same thing. They all teach the same thing. But what's going to draw those people to each person is their story, their mission, who they are, what they're about, and how they kind of angle their information in a certain way, because everyone explains their information in different ways, and people are going to be drawn to that. So you need to develop your own style. Don't be copying anyone, and just really stay true to who you are and write from how you are and how your style is, so that you can kind of develop a community of me's kind of thing, because they believe in your mission and they believe in who you are. So you have to show, I'm here to give back, and I'm here to give them something so that their time is not wasted. I'm here to give back, and I'm here to be authentic and to serve. The next one is show images and even show videos that explain your story in another angle, in another light, because people like to see stuff in different ways, and you have to be inclusive to that. You have to be inclusive and make sure everyone gets what they want. You can't exclude everyone. You have to be very inclusive. So have even like a video that explains that story. Like, after you put your About Me page, have a video on the side on your About Me page. And also have images. Images are very, very important, because it allows you to generate trust, because studies have showing the whites of your eyes generate trust. Yes, it does. But a really important tip, I don't really recommend showing just a picture of you smiling. It can work, but I feel like it has to connect to your stuff. So for example, if something happened in a moment, something in your life happened, and you can kind of almost capture that moment, put that there. For example, there's this blog that I read called AshleyChrist.com. Her About Me page talked about her story, and there was an image. It didn't show her just smiling. It showed a picture of someone who supported her for a long time, and they completely stopped supporting her. And she fell into a deep depression. She fell into anxiety until she went to the gym and decided to stop listening to music and listened to her first podcast. And through this podcast, she found a world of information that she used to help her, to use it to help other people. That image has to tell a story. It can't just be you smiling. I mean, yes, you can show a second picture maybe of you smiling, but that picture has to tell a story. It has to connect to your About Me page, so that people get every ounce of who you are in different angles, through the video, through the images, and through the writing. In social media, I'm not discriminating. It's the call to action. There's usually like a link that you can post to, your social medias. it's honestly the biggest advice I can say for the social media. You have to be straight to the point. You have to give key points of what you're going to give, what you're going to offer, and what you're going to give to people. And of course, the call to action, the link. What is the main piece of content that people want people to go to? What is the main place that people want to see, want to go to? And if you are really skilled, you can even include a story through this, because I don't like it when people just finish off their blog, finish a writing, and they just put all their posts in just one place. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I mean, it's decent, it's kind of good if you can't really fit it into your blog, but if you really want to nail this down, promoting your stuff within your blog, you need to include it like a story. You need to be talking about your pieces of content throughout the story. Like, for example, if you say, oh, I've been doing this, for example, talk about that and link that out. That helps people to kind of feel what it's about, and then they're more inclined to click. But if you can't fit it in, don't be ashamed to just link your stuff, but please put a reason why they should go there. And yeah, just be straight to the point in your social media, and put the link of where you want people to go to. And if you are skilled enough, you can include a story to even like incline them to click even more, because chances are people aren't going to want to leave the platform to go to another platform. So you're going to have to really convince them, well, like, is this something that I want to do? Another really quick tip is try to like find ways to promote others. This is a really good way, talk about maybe your mentors, talk about people that, feature people through the About Me page, have a comment section. Just make sure people are heard. Don't make this about you. Like I said, this is about other people. How can you feature people? How can you make people's life easier through the stuff that you're giving, so that it's easier than how you did it when you failed at something. But yes, that is our series. But yeah, hopefully this series really did help you. Like, I'm looking into starting even more series so I can really, really help you and really look for solutions to your problems, because I really believe that if you really want to be a writer or just write on any platform, you have to truly be yourself. You have to reflect who you are to every aspect of what you're doing, and don't be afraid to be yourself, because you are different from every other person. Your story is different, your narrative is different, and you can impact people's lives through just who you are and through your story, because that can help other people to embrace who they are. And your writing has to reflect you and has to reflect how you're going to impact people's lives. So be yourself. Don't be afraid. I struggled with who I was, and I'm going to help you to embrace who you truly are. So we are done, finally. If you are new, please be sure to join our Discord. It is down in the description box. Trying to grow a community of writers. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to click the next video. Keep on learning. I'll see you in the next video. Still trying to come up with the wave, so I guess we'll do this. Bye. I'm weird.